Howdy. We are at the river Pielinen, and it is very interesting to explore the shores of it because we have very low water. And for example, here on the other side of the river you can see those docks. Some of them are rather up high there because the water is so low at the moment. So that's the average water level. And here in the back you see the trees, the birches. They like and need a lot of water. So where the trees are is generally the shore of the river. And now it's a rocky shore, as you can see. As far as the eye can see, it's all rocks and stuff. All kinds of different rocks. Like this one here, which looks rather interesting. Actually, it might not be natural after all. I don't know. But things like this get exposed. Now, this seems to me like man-made, part of a probably bigger construction. Shoe for comparison, and this seems to be buried. Like there are those wooden planks all over the place in the same direction, aligned with some bigger trunks, and obviously chopped pieces of wood also. Yeah, there's some kind of a huge nail or something. No, that's a big log. And who knows how far it goes there into the ground and how many of these are still here. So, it is rocky, so to say. Rather round pebbles, bigger boulders. And here the sand got probably separated by the waves. The different wave heights separated the sand according to their weight. So now here it's more sandy, more boulders, and how here we have those planks. There seem to be different layers, or it's just one very thick layer. And here is a very interesting part. We have the sand and also planks in the water. So this is a very big construction. It's the whole shore basically. It just continues. There's like hundreds of meters with these kind of wooden planks. And I don't really know what they are. And we have also bigger boulders. But we have this. Maybe we are looking at something very, very interesting. Here it's not that well visible, but just the relief, because all this is generally or usually submerged in water. It's not visible. You cannot come here and look at it. There would be half a meter or meter of water on top of this. But the relief tells us already about the difference in the constituency of the different layers. And here which is underwater, we can see different layers. And this is clay. This is all clay. To me, this seems to be somehow fresh, so to say. One of the planks is embedded within the clay, and on top we have the sand. There's a sand layer on top of these, and I want to walk on those. So there's just this one patch. I walked a little bit in this direction, and all of a sudden we have this kind of probably fresh clay, which is somehow bulging into the water. And the same patterns, they are continuing here. Yet another plank within this maybe fresh clay. I don't know exactly what we are looking at. Maybe someone knows. Tell me. Because, yeah, actually here it is. We have sand on top of the clay. Maybe this is washed down by rain from here somewhere. But also here we have sand on top of the clay, and there's yet another layer on top of this. With the same wooden planks all over it. This doesn't really seem to me like this would be natural. Not too far from here is a bridge. You can see there in the background, and from there you get a good bird view on the whole scene. So there's a lot of these planks here, probably hundreds of thousands. Yeah, but this is very fascinating. Here we somehow have the same patterns as we just looked at. This might contain a lot of iron, probably also sulfur. Yeah, that's very fascinating. This reminds me of some geology, for example, from the Middle East. If you go to Google Earth, you will see similar patterns. I have to zoom because I probably can't reach all the way there. Because there's also some layering going on there. Different colors. Some brownish colors. But anyway, I found this just so interesting, I figured to make a video. Yeah, we have some perpendicularity going on there. apparently. There in the background, we have something going on. This hasn't been there a few moments ago. But anyway, I found something. Once again, thanks. Bye.